Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where I help people who are frustrated that nothing seems to be working to help them overcome insomnia and to get more sleep, because I have been there myself. It took me 30 years to figure things out. And today I want to talk to you about supplements and medications for sleep. There are tons of supplements out there that claim that they will fix your sleep. You'll sleep like a baby, though technically babies wake up a lot in the night, don't they? But you'll sleep deeply and wake up feeling refreshed if you take these supplements and pills, right? Well, I am here to tell you some reasons why this can actually be making your sleep worse. And I have some tips for you on how to get more sleep in another way besides pills and supplements, because I don't recommend them to my clients, and my clients get off of them, and we do these tips that I'm going to be telling you about on how to get more sleep. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first reason is they do not really make you sleep. Not even sleep medications. You can't take CBD and it makes you sleep. You can't take magnesium and it makes you sleep. You can't take a sleep medication and it makes you sleep. In reality, we cannot control sleep. Sleep is a passive process, and it's not something that you can just do something and it makes your sleep system work. That's not how it works. And by the way, your sleep system is not broken. So there are two things that we need to sleep. That is it, two things. We overcomplicate sleep with all these things that we think we need, all these pills. We need to meditate, we need to do this, we need to do that, and we need to have the best routine, we need to have this, and all these different rules and things that we think we need. And we kind of go through all these lists like, oh, this works for me, this doesn't work for me, oh, this made my sleep worse, oh, I lost sleep when I did this, and we think we have to remember all these different things. But sleep comes down to two things. You need a high sleep drive and low hyperarousal. So let's talk about the high sleep drive first. High sleep drive, sleep drive is basically how sleepy you are, that drive to sleep. It's kind of like hunger. The longer you go without eating, the higher your hunger. Same with sleep. The longer you go without sleep, the higher your sleep drive. Insomnia is almost never a sleep drive issue, unless you're someone who naps a lot during the day, because anytime you sleep or you nap, you're removing some of the chemical adenosine from your brain. The more adenosine buildup you have in your brain, the higher your sleep drive. And that comes from being awake at night. Now, you might be thinking, well, I'm not tired at night. I'll be sleepy all day and I'll go to bed and then I'm wide awake. Well, that is a different issue right there. You still have that sleep drive, but your hyperarousal, the sleep anxiety, the worry, all that is increasing that stress, and it's making it so you don't feel that sleep drive. It's masking that feeling. So now we have the low hyperarousal. So again, we need the high sleep drive, which is not usually the problem, and we need low hyperarousal. So hyperarousal is a heightened state of alertness from things like fear, worry, stress, excitement, anything that kind of amps you up, whether in a good or bad way. And this is where the problem lies when it comes to insomnia, is we have our hyperarousal masking our sleep drive and preventing us from going to sleep. The reason that our hyperarousal levels are up when we have insomnia all comes down to our fear-based thoughts. And if you haven't watched my last video, I highly recommend it, because I created like a graph or chart or whatever, a graphic, to kind of show you what is going on, what exactly is going on. And I even mentioned in there the sleeping pills and the supplements and how they're working on this pathway that leads to insomnia. So it's really interesting. So go check that one out. So back to the hyperarousal. I don't know why I'm pointing that way. It all comes down to our fear-based thoughts. Every single night we start to fear being awake at night. And every time we fear something and try to escape it, our brain thinks there's danger. So we fear it, being awake, our brain thinks there's danger, it's activating the fight or flight system, and your hyperarousal is up, and there's no way you're going to be able to get a good night's sleep. So all of this to say, we can't control sleep. We're not going to be able to pop a pill and be able to fix what is causing the brain to think that there's danger in the first place. You can't take a pill and your brain thinks, oh, I'm safe. Because in reality, that's what we need to do, is teach our brain that we are safe so that we can get more sleep with time. So I'm borrowing from the graphic from the last video about the sleeping pills and the supplements. They work at a hyperarousal level, as you can see from this chart. They're not going after the fear-based thoughts. Basically, what they're doing is your brain is activating the fight or flight system, your hyperarousal's up, and what the pills and the supplements do, including sleep medications, is they're trying to lower that hyperarousal level so that you can sleep. The brain still thinks there's danger. You're still having those fear-based thoughts, but it's trying to lower the hyperarousal so that you can sleep. It's not the best combination. Really, you want to go to something like the root cause of insomnia and not try to lower the hyperarousal. That's when people take like magnesium and CBD, sleep medications, all to lower that hyperarousal. The problem below still exists. And this is something I wish I really understood sooner in my journey, but I'm so grateful that I did, because after 30 years, I'm finally sleeping good. And that's what I want for you too. Now, I know there's going to be some of you out there that's going to say, but Caitlin, this supplement, this sleep medication, it does help me get some more sleep. But there's a few things I want to talk about here. First of all, if it did really fix your insomnia, you wouldn't be here watching this video and searching YouTube and the internet for ways to fix your sleep. They aren't going after the root cause of the problem. And when they do help you, it's because when you take it, it's kind of like delegation. You're delegating the work to the supplement or the sleep medication. So you're like, okay, I'm going to take this pill and I don't have to worry about trying to make myself sleep because it's going to do it for me. So your worry comes down. You're less focused on yourself trying to sleep, less focused on, is it working? Is it not working? You're like, okay, I got this. This is going to do it for me. I don't need to worry about it. So your hyperarousal does come down and maybe you'll get some sleep. But again, the issue is still there. You still have that fear. The brain still thinks there's danger. And taking pills, it makes your brain think that there is danger because you're trying to escape something. You fear something, you're trying to escape. I'm going to take this pill. I'm going to do this meditation. I'm going to do this hypnosis. I'm going to take this sleepy time tea. I'm going to do this sleep medication to try to get away from the sleeplessness. So your brain still thinks there's danger. Which brings me to the next point that I wanted to make, that your brain thinks there is danger. Anytime you take a pill, I'm kind of repeating myself now because I already started to get into it, but there's two things that make your brain think there's danger: when you fear something and you try to escape it. Also, if your muscles are tight and you're breathing heavy with all this, it's telling your brain there's danger. So other little tips I do give is to move, get rid of that excess energy, relax the muscles, and take deep breaths, because that helps to show your brain that you are safe. Going back to the two things that tell your brain that you are in danger is fear. Anytime you fear something, whether it's an actual threat in front of you or not, your brain thinks there's danger, as well as when you're trying to escape it. As I already explained, as you take pills and stuff to try to escape the sleeplessness, your brain thinks you're trying to escape the danger. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's you trying to escape something and you're fearing it, your brain thinks there's danger. It doesn't understand that there's not an actual bear in front of you or a lion or something like that. Now, before we go any further, if you want to learn how to teach your brain that you're safe and how to get more sleep without sleeping pills and sleep medications, then definitely check out my free Insomnia Crash Course. The link is in my description. Now, I have one third and final thing to tell you why sleeping pills and sleep medications are not the best option before I give you my tips for a better option, what to do instead. So, first off, the third reason is it's going to lower your sleep confidence. It's going to make you feel like you need to take a pill, you need to take sleep medication in order to sleep, when you really don't, because it's not really making you sleep. Your sleep system is not broken. And like I said, we can't control or make sleep happen. So when you're taking a pill or sleep medication, you have this belief that that's what you have to take in order to sleep. You're getting less and less sleep and confidence and the belief that you can sleep on your own. Yes, it's going to take time before you can sleep on your own because your hyperarousal is up, because your brain is activating the fight or flight system. But your sleep system does work. I know that's hard to believe. Believe me, after 30 years of insomnia, don't you think during those 30 years, I mean, I guess it took me like 6 months to overcome insomnia, so 29 and a half years, I really thought something was broken in my brain, my sleep system was broken, something was wrong with me, seriously wrong with me, because I didn't even sleep every day. I slept every few days for 2 to 4 hours or something like that. I didn't sleep every day, and I seriously thought something was wrong with me. So I understand this whole no sleep confidence and believing that I can't sleep on my own. But 30 years later, when did I overcome it? A year or two ago? Years ago, I finally figured it out, and that is why I'm here, to help clarify things, clear things up, because there's so much confusion out there. So I'm passionate about teaching people about this stuff because it is possible for you too. So now I have some tips for you to help you overcome insomnia or to start to get more sleep and move away from sleeping pills and sleep medications or sleep supplements. So first off, of course, I have to say before going off any sleeping pills or even supplements, it's better to talk to your doctor to find out if your medication needs to be tapered off or if you can go off cold turkey or what's the best way to come off the sleep medication. I can't advise you that on here. I'm not legally allowed, so talk to your doctor. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about how to go off of them if your doctor didn't have any specific advice or there's no requirements for your sleep medications. So you have a choice of tapering off, slowly decreasing it. I've had clients do that. And you have a choice of going all out, like committing 100% from the start. This is a personal decision and it's something that you need to make for yourself. I personally went cold turkey because the sleeping pills weren't really helping me anyway. I wasn't getting any better sleep. Now, the important part is once you decide if you're going to taper or go off completely, you need to commit 100% to following that plan. Whether it's I'm going to drop a quarter of a tablet every week or I don't know, whatever taper schedule you choose. You do it no matter what. Even if you didn't get any sleep the night before, don't increase that taper amount. Or if you went cold turkey, don't go back on the pill. The reason I say this is because if you are deciding some days, oh, I didn't get any sleep, I'm going to take more. Or you're not committing 100% to it and you're going to start watching and self-monitoring like, okay, should I take one tonight? Do I need to take one tonight or can I continue to taper? I didn't take one tonight. Oh my gosh, I'm noticing I'm not asleep yet. I'm awake longer than normal. Oh, I should take one. And anytime you focus and put energy and worry on your sleep, you're going to get less sleep. And it's not just from not taking the pill. Now, it is important for me to mention that when you go off sleeping pills, you can have a rebound effect. A couple reasons. One, the pill and the rebound effect is going to cause you to lose some sleep, but also, in the beginning only, but also because once you go off completely or once you're tapering down, like I just talked about, you're going to start monitoring yourself in the beginning. What's going to happen? Am I going to sleep? Am I going to lose more sleep? Am I going to eventually start to sleep a little bit more again? Like, when's it going to happen? And all this like focus and worry and stress, it's going to raise those hyperarousal levels and it's going to make it so you're losing more sleep from that, and you can have the rebound effect from going off the sleeping pill. So this can last a few days and cause you to lose a little more sleep, which I know that sucks, and I remember that feeling going off of things thinking I'm going to lose more sleep and I can't afford to lose more sleep, but in the long run, it is worth it. You just have to hang in there, push through it, find ways to practice self-care, You are stronger than you think, and you will get through this, and you're going to be glad you did in the long run. In the long run, you're going to look back and be like, oh, I'm so glad I finally got off of them back then. Yes, it was hard, but I did it. And it's important to have a plan once you do go off your sleeping pills of what to do instead, so that you're not saying like, okay, but that was like my lifeboat or my safety net when I couldn't sleep. So what am I going to do now? That can be a really scary feeling. So the best thing is, first off, understanding what is happening, understanding insomnia, and like it's the hyperarousal. There's nothing broken in you. Learning about what is keeping you stuck, and you can get a lot of that on my channel here on YouTube. I also have a full sleep makeover program where we go step by step through the whole process, but that's not what this video is about. But you can learn a lot of stuff of what to do from this channel, education, and really understanding about insomnia. So understanding insomnia, and then getting to a place from that education, you get to a place of allowing and accepting. These are two things that are really hard to learn and to practice when you have insomnia. So allowing the sleepless nights, allowing the anxiety, because the more you fight being awake, the more you fight sleep anxiety, the more you fight your racing mind and try to stop all of it, you're actually causing it to amplify and making it even worse. So the more you allow it and the less you resist it, the more it's going to come down with time. It's going to really help show your brain that you're not trying to escape things. And it doesn't happen overnight, unfortunately. It does take time for your brain to learn that you're safe. But slowly with time, you're going to get more and more sleep. And then acceptance. Acceptance is a really hard one. People think when I say acceptance, they have to be like, I'm okay with it. I'm fine. Like, I'm not gonna want more sleep. Like, I'm just gonna be okay with where I am right now. And that's not really what I'm saying. You can accept something, but not be okay with it. So acceptance comes from starting to realize that none of this is working. Taking the pills, taking the supplements, they're not really helping you. They're not really causing you to get more sleep. They're not gonna help you overcome insomnia. They're not gonna fix your sleep. It's kind of like, let go of those sleep efforts, let go of the pills, because they're not even working, and accepting that, okay, I don't like it, but I'm not getting sleep right now, and I can't change that situation. It's realizing that you can't do anything about the situation in the moment and fix it in a day. So besides practicing allowing and accepting, something else that you can do in replace of the sleeping pills, the sleep medication, and all the supplements is to just do something you enjoy. How about that instead? At nighttime, when you want to go pop a pill, why not instead watch a TV show, do something you enjoy, draw, read a book, anything that brings you joy, because your brain, when it sees that you're not trying to escape anything and you're enjoying yourself, there's no way there's danger out there. And yes, I am aware that I just recommended electronics before bed, and I'm a sleep coach, I'm an insomnia coach, and that should be the last thing I recommend, right? I watch TV shows before bed, Yes, it is true. It delays your melatonin secretion. It delays your sleep a little bit. But when you have insomnia, I want you to picture these two scenarios, and you tell me which scenario that you would like. You can either be person A, that we'll say they're the person who is taking the pills, taking the supplements, they're getting frustrated, it's not working. I'm going to try meditation, it's not working. I'm going to try the sleepy time tea, I'm going to try the hypnosis. They're doing all these things, they're getting frustrated at night because they're not sleeping, and they're getting in and out of bed because you're not supposed to stay in bed for longer than 20 minutes, I think it is, before you get out, which, myth. They're getting frustrated. They're getting sleep anxiety. They're avoiding the electronics, but they're upset. They're not sleeping a heck of a lot at night. Then you have person B, where they're not happy they're awake, but they're not trying to make themselves sleep. They're not getting frustrated because the things they're trying aren't working. They're not as frustrated. They're watching a TV show. They're on their iPad. Maybe they have a comedy on. They're even laughing a little maybe and smiling. And that hyperarousal is coming down. Your brain thinks you're safe. Yes, you may delay a little bit of sleep, but in the end, you're going to fall asleep sooner. You're going to get more sleep because you're not trying to make sleep happen and getting frustrated and emotional, upset, and you're actually enjoying yourself a little. Which would you rather choose? I was this person and I overcame insomnia, and I still watch TV shows on my iPad, in bed, in my bed, not on a couch, on my couch, on my bed, watching on my iPad. I do wear blue light blocking glasses. I don't know if they work, but watch on my iPad till I fall asleep, and then I lay down and go to sleep. That's my routine every night, and I sleep great. So that's a personal choice that you can make as well, whether you want to use electronics or not. But I absolutely 100% choose electronics. I overcame insomnia with it. My clients do it, and I'm happy with it. But again, you can choose for you. Okay, hopefully by now you really understand the importance of eventually getting off those sleep supplements, the sleeping medications, so that you can start to teach your brain that you are safe. And remember, I have my free Insomnia Crash Course. The link is in the bio, where you can learn even more how to get more sleep, teach your brain that you're safe, and get off the sleeping pills and medications and things like that. Thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one.